Hello students. Today we are starting in operation research. The topic is linear programming problems. In short, we represent as a LPP. So this linear programming problem, what it does deals, it optimize it optimize a functions of variables. It optimize what we call it is a function of a variables, and this functions of variable we generally called as a objective function. So it optimize a function of a variables, and this particular function is subjected to some set of constraints. It is subjected to some set of constraints, maybe two, maybe three or four, and these constraints are interrelated in linear manner. They are related in a linear fashion, or they are linearly related to each other. And these constraints may be of equality type or may be of inequality type, that may be of greater or equal to, or it may be of less than equal to type. So this linear programming problem, it optimize means this particular function, it has to be optimized. So optimization means sometime this particular function has to be maximized, and sometime it has to be minimized. So that's meaning of optimization, minimize. Sometime it has to be maximized, sometime it has to be minimized, and this function is subjected to some set of constraints, and these constraints are linearly related to each other, and they may be of equal to type or may be of unequality type, may be of equality or may be of inequality. Inequality, we have a two cases, greater or equal to or less than equal to. So that is the basic definition of linear programming problem. We will look through a problem how to these terms are related to each other. And before we go in linear programming, there are some basic assumptions in the linear programming. We assume some assumptions in the formulation. First, we will look for a formulation of linear programming. First part, we will formulate a linear program problem, and then we will look what are the various methods for solving these problems. So let us first look what how to formulate a linear program problem. But before formulation, there are some basic assumptions that we need in the formulation of the linear program problem. So the first assumption is proportionality. Proportionality. So proportionality means when we formulate a problem, so unit price of the product, it does not change. It will remain same. So what does it mean? Suppose if you purchase 1 unit of product, 1 unit product, its cost is 5 rupees, 5 rupees, and you want to purchase a large number of its units, suppose 10,000. So 10,000. So generally what happens? Just so generally shopkeeper bargains and there will be some alteration in the price. But in linear program, whether you purchase 1 unit or you purchase 10,000 or lakhs units, price will remain always same. 1 unit का भी price it is 5 rupees, 10,000 units again it's 5 is price will be at the cost of 5 and it will be 50,000. But generally practice में it is not followed. If you purchase through a large number of units, so there may be alteration in the price. So he may offer rather than 5, now you pay at the rate of 4.9 rupees. So that is the possibility, that is the real situation. But in the formulation of problem, whether you purchase 1 unit or large number of the units, price will remain same, it will not change. Second assumption is additivity. Second is the additivity. So additivity means, suppose we have a machine M, we have a machine M, and on this particular machine two products, suppose product A and B, are processed on this particular machine. Two different products A and B, they are processed on the same machine M, and let processing timing for product A is T1, we called as a T1, and for product B it is T2. These are the processing time, T1 for product A, T2 for product B. So the total machining time we represent as a total time, that is the how much time this machine M is run. So that total time will be T1 plus T2, T1 plus T2. But real situation mein what will happen when this product A is on the machine M? So if you process product B, so you have to unhold this product A, you have to remove this product A and do some setup for product B, that requires some time. We neglect those setup times जो involve हुआ, that is the setup time which is involving in the unholding of product A and the holding of product B. So that setup timing is neglected in the formulation of the linear program problem. So the first assumption is proportionality, where the unit price of the product will remain same. You buy 1 unit or large number of units, you have to pay same cost for each product. Second is additivity, two different products T1 and T2 processed on the same machine. So in between, whatever the time involved in the setup of the tools, so that time is neglected in the consideration of the problem. Let us take third assumptions, and that is the continuity. So continuity means the variables involved in the formulation, that is the decision variables, they can take any positive value, which can be, they can take any positive value. Condition is they must satisfy the constraints must be satisfied, and satisfying these constraints you can take any positive value of this decision variables. Whatever the decision variables involved in the problem, you can take any positive value. Condition is constraints should not be violated, so they should be satisfied and you can take any positive value. Fourth assumption is certainty. Certainty means whatever the coefficient of the objective function, that we call objective function coefficients, and the constraints and the parameter of the constraints parameter. So objective function coefficient or and constraints parameter, they should remain same with respect to time. They should not change with respect to time. So that is the meaning of certainty. Whatever the value of objective function, coefficient of the objective function, and the parameters, so they should not change with time, and that is why this particular model is called deterministic in nature. Deterministic in nature because it does not change its nature with time. So this is the fourth, and the fifth assumptions, we have a finite number of choice. This is the finite choice. Though we have a freedom, we can take any positive value that must be satisfy this constraint. Still, we have a finite number of choice. So finite number of choice means decision maker have a limited options. Whatever the decision variables, so they can take limited values. Limited values. Suppose if I write limited values. Suppose if I write 25, so 25 can be written in number of ways. Suppose first way is write 20 plus 5, it is 25. We can write 20 plus 5, or I can write 15 plus 10, or I can write, or this, so another way I can write 21 plus 4, all are 25. But 25 cannot be written as 28 minus 3. Again it is 25, but this cannot be written as 28 minus 3 because here the variables x1 and x, suppose two variables, this is x1 and x2. So these are x1 and x2 positive values, x1 and x2 positive, these are the positive. But here x1 is positive but x2 is negative. So the result is 25, but because it violates the continuity, it can be only positive value. So it violating the continuity. So that is why I can not write 25 as a 28 minus 3. So it is not possible. So because it violates the continuity. So these are the limited options. These are the limited options. We can write 25 in many other ways, but because these values should be positive, so because of that we have a limited values. So these are the 5 basic assumptions involved in the formulation of the linear programming problem. So